Okay, hello everyone. Hope there's a few of you watching this morning. So I'm going to do a couple of things now. If we can get in focus. Is that better? Right, we're better now. Okay. So I'm going to talk first about a question from Charlie, who's asked, how do I reverse what a circuit does? And then after that, I'm going to do a demonstration on how to build a squeezy torch. And squeezy torch is the new product we've launched. It's extremely simple. It doesn't require any soldering. Good for younger children or students or anyone who just wants to have a bit of fun, really. But I'm going to do that after I've answered this question for Charlie. So, what Charlie's asked is, how do I reverse what a circuit does? So, for example, if I had a sensor which turns an ID on when it's wet, how do I turn it on when it's dry? So I think what we're saying is we've got an input signal of some description, and we want to reverse the way it works. So if we've got, so if we had a sensor that was going high on some event, so this is on it going wet, and then we had an output that came on, so that's a output on, but that's actually not what we want to happen. We want to happen on the reverse. So we're going to have to in some way invert this signal so that it works how we want. So what we would do here, I think there's two simple ways we could do this. We could use what's known as some inverter logic. So you get AND gates, OR gates, but you can actually get an inverter. And the symbol for this is what we see here. So these come in chips, and normally you get 8 in a chip or 4 in a chip. And what this would do is, if the signal on here goes like this, what the output is the reverse of it. So what you could do is, if you said, actually, I've got a circuit, it's coming on when it goes wet, but I want it to come on when it goes dry. By feeding it through this first, it will reverse it, and you get the opposite effect. So that would be one way of doing what we're looking for. Now, these, you don't always want to use something like a chip because it's quite big or it can be quite expensive. So we can do the same function, but by using a simple transistor circuit. So I'm going to draw this out for you. Hopefully, you can follow what I'm doing. So, if we've got a positive voltage and a negative voltage, and then what we'd use is one resistor, and then a bog standard NPN transistor. So this is an NPN transistor. Cost a few pence, really, really cheap. So this is our input signal now, input. And then the output, we would actually take off this point here. So if we've got a situation where there's a high voltage on here, so this is this is high. It's high at the moment. So it's got V plus on it. This transistor's on, which in effect shorts this point to this point, so the output would sit low. If this makes sense. And then in a situation where we've got the opposite, where this is low, this transistor would actually be off. So this then becomes an open circuit. And what happens here is then this resistor pulls this output up to V plus. So if we've got this kind of input signal here, again we see the reverse coming out of the output, which you could then feed into your normal circuit. So if we've got might be something like our light switch board or something you want to reverse the way it works, you could use this in between, and it reverse give the reverse output. So it should be what you're looking for. Hope that makes sense. It's quite simple. You can do it either way. There are other probably ways you could do it, but these are probably the two simple ways that we would suggest. Okay.